Welcome to JM Youth Forum, a place where we shape the next generation. Place where we discuss issues like relationships, career and business advice, education and religious matters, and much, much more. So sit back, watch, and be informed. Your host is LABAN. Welcome to JM.
Wow. Greetings once again. We are grateful that you've joined us this evening. We are coming live from JM Studio here in Mombasa, Kenya. And we are glad that you are watching. So today we come with my great friends here. I'll be your host. And my name is LABAN. And in my panel this evening we are having my friend, he can just say his name.
Isaac Itana.
And our friend...
my name is Martin.
Wow. So that's awesome. Today, the other time we focus on something different, and today we want to get deeper into a topic that is going to inspire the minds of our audience and even the minds of the people that are attached with us. Our key emphasis today is about social media and peer pressure. So we'll be expounding further in each topic to be able to understand how it can be of great importance to everybody and how we can make impact positively from the same. Because you understand, we can even make a negative impact from it. But by the end of the day, just stay tuned. I'm very sure that by the end of the day, you are going to get something great that is going to inspire you as you move on. So back to my my colleagues this hour. I think we understand what it means by social media, but you know, we have somebody who is watching us this hour, and maybe they've not understood well what it means by social media. So to Isaac, if maybe you can just expound in a short while, what do you understand by social media?
Yeah, social media, it's a platform. It's a connecting platform.
All right.
Just as the word goes, social media. It's a platform for mostly socializing.
Uh-huh.
It's a media of exchanging information. So it's just basically that, a connecting platform. Yeah.
Wow. So maybe Martin, you can just add on something the same.
And I think that the most unique aspect of social media is that it is online.
Yeah.
That there are so many ways in which that we can communicate, and social media is predominantly online.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think it also bears a lot what technology has come to be in the 21st century.
Sure.
Yes.
Wow. That's a great explanation. And it is building a foundation of where we are going to. So I would like us to get an understanding. We see in social media, you can get to understand it positively and negatively. It can yield to you in a positive way and also in a negative way. So it matters how somebody will make use of the social media. So on the same, you've mentioned your understanding, he has mentioned his understanding.
Yeah.
But before we go to the positive side, can you help us understand what are the negative impacts of the social media? Yeah.
I wish you would have started with positive, but it's okay. We
Yeah,
can start,
we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We have a number of negative effect of social media.
Yes, yes.
And since you're talking about whatever you're talking about is relating to young people, I believe, and even from the statistics, is that the most users of these social media platforms, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they are young people. And it has really affected them negatively, as much as there are those, the good side of it. And the first one, I would say, is the peer pressure.
Yeah.
Social media has really created a lot of peer pressure, because you'd find, I would say, life in social media is not real. And it puts you in a place where you'd want to live like what you see in the social media platform, in Facebook, wherever.
Yeah.
And so it puts you in a place where you are, like, you feel you're not doing enough with your life, and you'd want to look like, probably you're comparing to yourself age-wise. I'm 20, and somebody else is 20 and is doing so well. You never know that that person borrowed a suit, borrowed a car, so that he may just take a good photo to display in Facebook. So you live in a life where you feel like you're not enough, or you've not done enough for yourself. And it pushes you sometimes to do some weird things. Yeah, still on the same peer pressure, it's there are those, we call them likes and views, where you want so much viewership, for popularity. You want to, that people will, like, you want to sell yourself out there. So that pressure, because of that, you can do anything weird, so that you may gain that viewership and likes and the acceptance out there. Yeah.
Wow. Mr. Martin, Isaac was just speaking about the negative impacts of social media. With my understanding, I know that you've interacted with young people for quite a while in the teaching fraternity. And you might have a greater understanding on the same that can add on to what Isaac has just mentioned. Maybe you can just go ahead.
See, like you pointed out, social media has both positive and negative aspects.
Sure.
And unfortunately, the negative sometimes has very far-reaching consequences.
Yeah.
Now, there's a report some time back that indicated that social media is the greatest addiction to young people, greater than alcohol and hard drugs and cigarettes combined. Now, if you look at the statistics, something that is more addictive than all those three must be very serious.
Very true.
And I think this even comes to the point where you find that for some young people, it's very difficult to get them out of their phones. To the extent that some actually even portray signs of sickness if they are deprived of their phones.
Yeah.
You know? And that's how bad it is. That young people, or rather some young people, can portray the same tendencies of what in slang are called junkies. You know, those people that are addicted to drugs and can't do without them. But that's the negative side. But there's so much that is also positive. And I believe with the right intention and the right guidance, there is so much that social media brings forth. Even bordering on peer pressure. Because particularly when it comes, when when we were experiencing the pandemic,
Yeah.
there was so much that young people were able to do and influence others
Yeah.
through social media. So it's not just the negative, but there are some positive aspects that if one is intentional and guided, can make the best out of social media. Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much for such a great explanation. It is helping somebody, including us who are here, to get even more equipped as you address this great topic. You see, we know that social media, as you've highlighted, is affecting a number of young people, because this talk is more focused on the young people. It is affecting a number of young people globally. Some that we know, and this evening we want to pass a message. You know, somebody does not even know that I can gain positively from social media. They don't even know that I can still benefit in a positive way from social media. And that is the question that we are here to answer at this moment. So if we can get deeper, now we've just spoken about the negative side, though we've not gotten much deeper. It is too elaborate. We may not cover everything. So maybe Martin, you can just give a brief on a positive of the social media. A positive of, you know, it encompasses the internet, the social media. How can a young person make use of the internet or the social media positively and build his or her capacity, or rather build his or her name? Yeah.
Like I've said, there is so much.
Yeah.
It's actually a gold mine. If one is guided well and is intentional. I'll give one example that is very live. The other day I was watching TV, sorry, and I saw a young man by the name MC Keke. I think you are quite conversant with him. Now, the young man started off as an MC, sometimes DJing during events, and then he had his own page on Facebook where he started showing some skits, some comic skits. And the other day I was watching TV and I saw him on an advert by Mwananchi Credit. I highly suspect that he only became known because of his exploits in Facebook. I highly suspect. And such is the opportunity that is there on social media, if well utilized. That's just one. Yes.
Wow, it's quite interesting. Just stay tuned, our viewer, wherever you are. Stay tuned. It's getting deeper and deeper. Stay tuned. I know that we are getting to somewhere. Maybe Isaac, if you can just mention a few on the positive side of the social media.
I'll begin with something that he mentioned, and it's what I began with, the influence, the peer pressure. The peer pressure I just mentioned on the negative. Peer pressure can work both ways. You are pressurized, you don't want to settle in a certain place because your peers are doing better. So it influences you to think, because there are people that are making it out there, and you'd want to live like them. So it is not only affecting you negatively, but in this case it's helping you like think, if so and so is making it. Just like the example you just given. I'm just eating Keke, I know Keke, and probably this guy, we've grown together with him, and I'm watching him making it, so I can also make it. So it's a positive influence. So it is affecting young people positively. Number two, you just mentioned still it's a business. There are people who are doing business. They are advertising their products, Facebook, their services, and they have gotten into bigger deals, great deals, probably like just the one you mentioned, and it's doing so well, especially when it comes to business. We also have the preachers, and they're using the platform to reach to a larger group of people that you're not able to reach to physically.
Yeah.
So with that, it helps you to get to the world. That's what the Bible says. To those who are Bible readers, it says, you shall preach from Jerusalem, Samaria, Judea, and all other parts. So you may not be able to reach to them directly or physically,
Yes.
but through social media, you're able to hear somebody who is far away and get in a message that transforms someone's life. So, and even lessons, there are classes, online classes. There are people who are graduating today, they have never even attended a physical class. They only go for graduation. They have gone through a certain subject, and they are graduating with the degrees, diplomas, and so many other awards. Yeah.
And I was just listening, and I remembered some things. Like I said about the pandemic, during the pandemic, there used to be Churchill show. And then because of the pandemic, people could not meet. Now, a very good number of those comedians took to social media, particularly YouTube.
Yes.
And some of them actually are more comfortable there. They actually discovered that there's so much they can do on social media. There's this, the caretaker, Wallace. Wallace.
Yeah.
He's called Wallace. He's doing much better away from the live show on social media.
Yes.
And you see, things like Facebook, things like YouTube will pay you upon reaching a certain threshold of viewership, a certain threshold of subscribers. Those are opportunities. There are people, because of their exploits on social media, they become what we call social media influencers. Companies, organizations reach out to you. Please endorse, or rather, can we use you to reach out to your target? Because some people have 1 million followers. That's a big target, that some people might not be able to reach, especially now the corporates. And simply by just that, you are able to not only earn an income, but then you're also able to influence other people. Because, like the example we gave of Keke, a young man that we have known for a while, and look at where he is right now, largely because maybe of social media. So, if one can just be intentional, be guided, and of course, be objective, because just like the internet, it's a mixed bag. It has the good and the bad. So if you become focused and objective, you know what you want. I was even listening to a Kothe, who was once complaining that her Facebook, or rather her social media handles, are not attracting so much. Until she got a young man that was conversant with social media and guided her on how to do it. And now she has so many followers, and she's even got so many endorsements as a result. So it's a mixed bag, but if you become objective and you become focused on what you want, there's more positive than negative.
Very true.
Yes.
So maybe, Isaac, there is a young person who is just listening or maybe watching from somewhere. And he or she has been negatively affected by the social media. Actually, somebody is at the deathbed, see, not knowing how can I emerge now that I've exhausted everything. and I cannot move on. Now that we know the negative and the positive,
Yeah.
maybe there's somebody who's just watching you and is at a dire need of help. You can just say a word to this person who has been affected negatively by social media, and he wants to know, how can I build my capacity in social media? How can I earn a living? Yeah, maybe you can just speak to that person.
Yeah, I'll begin with the people who are not so much addicted into it, and who are just getting into to social media.
Yeah, sure.
Martin mentioned something that you must be intentional for you to gain something, because it has mixed. You can gain either. If you put your hands in that basket, you can pick anything, either good or bad.
Yes.
So it's a matter of choice, and choice is made from information. It's a decision. So the right information, like what you're given right now, it's very, very, very important for a listener to understand that first there are benefits from social media.
Sure.
So you must be intentional. Why are you getting into social media first? Because I know with the pressure, it's too much. It's too much. There's much that is happening, and some of people find themselves in social media because of such pressure. So for you to withstand a pressure from your fellow, say, age mates, you must be informed. You must be informed. For the people who are addicted already, I would advise if they can find a counselor, probably, would help them, because getting into addiction to a level where you're addicted into something is not something that you cannot just get out so easily. It needs you to be taken through a process.
Yeah, sure.
Just gradually, how to get out of it. But I believe, as you're speaking to somebody right now, after getting to understand that there are positive parts of social media, then slowly you can begin to engage on those positive parts, probably learning from people who are doing well. There are books we've never mentioned. There are books that you can get from, so you can just slowly begin to move from the negative side to the positive side of the social media. Yeah.
And then, you see the negative aspect of social media, and even the hurt, the pain that comes out of it, cuts across so many things. Now, there's that person, like Isaac was saying, who posts something and expects 1 million likes. You know, unfortunately, you just have the wrong expectations, or you are putting so much pressure on yourself. You expect too much from yourself.
Yes.
And I think the first remedy would be to lower your expectations. At least guard your heart against these things that are beyond your control. Because it's one thing to post something that interests you, and it's another for people to like it.
Yeah.
Because we are all different.
Sure.
And when we all look at things in a different perspective. And maybe I'll give an example away from social media, but an example that is relevant here. Barack Obama, the 44th, I think, president of the US, wrote, I think, 2 books, if not more. Before he became president, none of those books was a bestseller. None of them was anything people would want to talk about. The day he won the nominations for the Democrats, and later on he was sworn in, there were not enough books in the shelves.
Yeah.
So maybe you're putting so much pressure on yourself, yet you are still building.
Sure.
You know, you're still growing. Nobody starts at the top.
Sure.
So I think it's important that for social media users, for the young people out there, control your expectations. You know, we say, plan for the worst, hope for the best. You know. Then the other thing, maybe somebody is a victim of cyberbullying. You know, you post something, and I've been a victim of it too. You post something, it's your page, but the comments that come there, they make you feel very bad.
Sure.
And if you're not careful, they can lead you to depression. Simply because somebody you don't know, somebody who might be envious of you, somebody who might even be worse off than you, commented negatively. You know? And those are some aspects of cyberbullying that get people so demotivated and feeling so bad about themselves. And I think the most important thing is, when you get there, when you get out there in social media, know that these are things that are alive out there.
Yeah.
You'll get people that will hate you for no particular reason. They don't know you, they know nothing about you, but anything you post, they'll react negatively to it.
To offend them.
Yes. So it's just important that you develop a thick skin. It's important that you know that it is your page, it is your Facebook page, it is your YouTube channel, and you have every right to post whatever it is that you believe in according to your values. So regardless of the negatives, if it is negative in a good way, because again, some things are negative in a good way. This video is not nice, and somebody goes ahead and gives you feedback. Take it and build from it. But if they are just people that are out there to hurt you and to make you feel bad about yourself, I think the best thing is to build with the same stones that they throw at you. So that at the end of it, when you finally make it, incidentally with human beings, it's the same people that throw stones at you that will come out to praise you. You know, we knew that would make it, you know. So I think those are the dimensions that sometimes the negative is self-inflicted. You expect too much from yourself, and again, bordering on peer pressure. Isaac posted his photo and it had 1,000 likes within 20 minutes. I posted mine and it's now a week and it's not even 10 likes. Don't even talk about the views.
Sure.
Don't inflict that on you. We are all at different levels. We are all on different lanes in life. And then the other thing, when you see somebody that is out there to just bring you down, ignore them.
Sure.
Just take what is positive, leave the rest out of them. Sieve it. And then at the end of it all, you grow and you become a better you. Because at the end of it all, social media is the now and the future. Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much, Isaac and Martin. It has been a great pleasure having you this evening. And to our viewer, we are greatly honored to have you. And, we are greatly honored also to have you listen, get to hear what is it that we are bringing on board. I was your host, LABAN Bithi, with my guest, Mr. Isaac Kitana and Mr. Martin Dunyo. And keep it JM Studios. We shall be coming to you live every week with great topics, discussing so many things. And I believe you'll be able to get something that is going to push you to the next level. Once you get it, don't just keep it for yourself. Make sure you pass it on and help somebody who is in a need of that knowledge. God bless you so much, and we are glad that you've been there watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Youth Forum.
How can a young person be consistent on a purpose? How can a young person...
You see a person doing or behaving a certain way. It is out of information. You dress like you think. You talk like you think. out of what is inside here, the fullness within here, that's what the mouth speaks.
Yeah.
So what you have in your head, you behave like that.
What do you understand by social media?
Yeah, social media, it's a platform. It's a connecting platform.
All right.
Just as the word goes, social media. It's a platform for mostly socializing. It's a media of exchanging information.
To be inspired, be ready to be transformed, be ready to get something great, something that is going to change you. Be ready to receive a word for you.